Angel Reese is legitimately bad at basketball, like god-awful. One of the worst coordinated players I've ever seen. Just throws shit up and prays. They're treating her like a make-a-wish.
Officially, Angel Reese has reached a new low, and her brand new, unmatched squad has already had enough of her antics.
I guess those bikini pics and half-naked videos that Angel Reese puts on social media, I guess that's not translating on television into ratings. Strange.
Reese was benched by head coach Nola Henry after showcasing her characteristic stubbornness and lack of flexibility in her debut game.
By the way, when she got benched, the comeback was on. What does that tell you?
Because Reese made choices that may be broadly characterized as disastrous and was unable to keep up with a fast-paced game.
This dump of a league is an unrivaled success, when the reality is, it's an unrivaled, huge, embarrassing failure.
She seemed to be deliberately undermining her own team.
So Angel Reese was 3 of 7 from the field. Once again, cannot get to that 50% mark. 5 turnovers, 14 rebounds, 10 points, and a big, fat, juicy L. 79-73, her team lost the game.
Angel Reese entered the Premier Basketball League as if she were the next big thing, but instead she left with her reputation in ruins.
What the hell that is. By the way, in case you're wondering, yes, Angel Reese is getting absolutely roasted. Her fans, though, her fans are out in droves. Seriously. They are celebrating this very mid that she actually made last night. They're trying to claim that this proves she's been in the gym. And congratulations, she hit a jump shot.
This disastrous breakdown revealed Reese for what she really is, a hype-filled, substance-free person.
I thought Angel Reese was a mainstream celebrity. I mean, that's what the media keeps telling me, so how come Angel Reese consistently fails to draw ratings?
A loss to vinyl of 79-73 BC is more than simply a loss. It's a neon sign that flashes and says, Reese can't hang. With a cherry on top, Reese scored a ridiculous 10 points that wouldn't even stand out in a pickup game at the neighborhood YMCA, while Ray Howard, the captain of BC, put on a masterclass with 33 points while nonchalantly hitting 6 threes, as if it were a light workout.
Angel Reese is not the mainstream draw that she thinks she is.
Regarding microphone drops, Rose BC head coach Nola Henry gave the best one by benching Reese during the 4th quarter. Yes, you read correctly. When her team most needed her, Angel Reese, the league's supposed future star, was benched. Talk about humiliation.
Rose, BC head coach, Nola Henry. I know she's a very smart lady. She knows what she's doing. I think, there are some things she needs to clean up.
Moreover, Stevens is a player whose stat line reads like a terrible joke. 8 rebounds and 6 points. You've reached your lowest point if someone is benching you for posting numbers like that, but let's not pretend that Nola Henry is solely to blame. Reese provided her every justification to disconnect in order to ensure that her box score would appear respectable. 10 points, though context is important. Those numbers, 14 rebounds for assists, are meaningless calories, the basketball equivalent of consuming a bag of chips when your team needs a full meal. Reese was unable to provide the high-performance players needed for high-press games.
She's absolutely delivering on that double-double. That's right. Points, rebounds, and, of course, losses.
While Ree was having trouble with checkers, Ree Howard was out there playing chess. In addition to being remarkable, Howard's 33 points made a statement by converting 50% of deep shots and creating clutch play after clutch play, demonstrating to the world what a true star looks like. Reese, on the other hand, struggled to even get the fundamentals right. She missed layups, played shoddy defense, and, let's not forget, committed an embarrassing foul on her block attempt. Whether it was a foul or not is up for debate, but let's face it, it wouldn't have mattered because Reese was out of position and out of her depth, and that one play encapsulated her entire night in a mixture of failure and desperation.
Finished with a Rose's team-high 14 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 4 fouls, shot just 3 of 7 from the field, 42%, got benched for most of the 4th quarter.
And let's not even discuss defense. Reese's performance on that end of the floor was as helpful as a submarine's screen door. She couldn't even protect a park seat, much less someone like Howard, who was blazing her at every opportunity. Not only did Howard surpass Reese, but he also made her appear like a JV player who had somehow ended up on a varsity court. Watching Howard triumph must have been like Reef staring into a void. It was an unmistakable reality check.
Everyone said she's a below average passer. She's a terrible passer. But she's trying. You can see, like, her vision's there. Like, you can see what passes she's trying to make, but she just didn't make them.
Let's face it, Angel Reese isn't prepared for this league. She entered it on the strength of her college success, believing she would sweep the floor, but the unmatched basketball league isn't interested in her overhyped antics. Players like Howard dominate in these major leagues. They don't merely play. That bench she warmed in the fourth quarter might end up being her permanent home if she doesn't step up quickly. Reese is simply trying to maintain her form. Her debut wasn't a misstep. Rather, it was a nosedive.
He's really one of the few, maybe the only one I could tell that looks this way on the court. Just like out of place playing a game they've been playing. It's weird.
Nola Angel Reese was in the middle of the basketball world's skip fire caused by Henry's coaching choices, frantically thrashing in the flames. Critics have criticized Henry for benching Reese, her alleged top player, during the game's most pivotal moments. But can you really blame her? According to Reese, the league's purported future was as practical as a submarine's screen door. Reese is stuck playing basketball like it's the nines, relying on antiquated post moves and pure physicality. It's like giving someone a smartphone, and they're still trying to use it as a pager. Henry manages a fast-paced, high-energy system that requires agility and quick decision-making. Henry benching Reese was more of a last-ditch effort to save the game than a mistake, because she simply isn't keeping up.
By the way, she got benched in the fourth quarter. Pulled right out of this game.
Speaking of catastrophes, Rose, BC's offense was a complete mess. They committed more than 15 turnovers, giving the impression that they were playing a fiercely competitive game of hot potato rather than basketball. Henry is partially to blame for implementing offensive schemes that looked like they were whipped up 5 minutes before tip-off.
Turnovers, fouls. It was a disaster. Old for everything, as one person pointed out. In the fourth quarter.
However, we shouldn't allow Reese get away with it for someone who has been hailed as a potential MVP. She appeared to have never seen a basketball court before, was out of rhythm with her teammates, and had no idea why she should have remained on the court. Henry's benching wasn't a random punishment. Rather, it was a flashing neon sign that said, "You're not cutting it." Reese may excel at adding rebounds to her stat sheet, but she is only as good as a chocolate teapot at having a meaningful influence.
Oh. And of course, Aaliyah Boston plays for the Indiana Fever. Boston, she didn't have a great game either, to be honest with you. She didn't. So, Angel Reese went to doing some bragging last night. Growth of what? Missed layups. Yeah. Her posting this, it backfired pretty good.
And the emotional drama comes next. After the game, Angel Reese, the queen of sentimentality, wrote to X about how much she loved Teresa Weatherspoon, her former coach, and the person who she says really believed in her. She said, "You didn't deserve this, but I love you, Teaspoon," as if that would somehow make the humiliation of the evening go away.
Locker room issues.
You always have to deal with locker room issues. That's just part of coaching.
This is the brutal reality. Angel Reese's credentials, 10 points on paper, 14 rebounds, and 4 assists seem impressive, but they don't really reflect her impact on the game. When it came down to it, Reese was benched instead of stepping up, and that's all anyone will remember about her debut. This was supposed to be her big moment, her chance to show the league that she's ready to take it by storm, but instead it turned into a public humiliation. Reese was hailed as Rose BC's centerpiece, but if this is what she brings to the table, Henry might as well start searching for a replacement. This is a wake-up call, not simply a single awful game. While Ryan Howard is busy solidifying her status as a superstar, Reese is struggling to stay relevant. The gap between them isn't just wide, it's an abyss, and if Reese doesn't start climbing out soon, she might find herself falling deeper and deeper until she's completely forgotten. This was more than just a loss. It was a humiliation. And at this point, Angel Reese is the epitome of what happens when hype meets harsh reality.
Once again, guys, looking like a baby deer or a baby giraffe out there. I cannot believe that somebody that looks this uncoordinated is a professional athlete. It's shocking to me.
What will happen to Reese next? She is currently not the player that people believed her to be, and this serves as a warning that hype can only carry you so far before reality hits you in the face. Let's face it, Angel Reese was hit by reality like a goods train, and if she doesn't figure it out quickly, she won't just bet Ed. She will be forgotten.
Caitlin Clark is your only draw. Credit where credit is due. Caitlin Clark made a brilliant decision by refusing to join this dump. TNT begged her. I mean, they begged her. Unrivaled offered Caitlin Clark over $1 million for 2 months of her time.